Welcome back to another episode of The Fuzzy Pod. It's been a while since we've been back in our studio, and
I know, my
feels
goodness.
good.
Ooh, these chairs so comfy. If you forgot who we are, I'm Maddie.
And I'm Megan. We are your host here at The Fuzzy Pod, where we talk about all things that give us warm, fuzzy feelings, which includes a lot of nostalgia.
Today is a very special episode. If you could not tell if you're watching on the YouTube, we have our little plushies, our little stuffed animals.
We are also wearing
And we're wearing pajamas because it's a sleepover.
It's a sleepover. We got permission from our husbands to have a sleepover. It's a sleepover episode. We're going to be talking about what sleepovers were like growing up because there were so many kind of traditions almost, I think it's safe to say, around sleepovers.
It just was such a rite of passage, I think. Also that feeling you would get when it was the weekend and you just begged your parents. You're like, please, can I stay at my best friend's house for the entire weekend and not talk to you?
Please, can my best friend stay here even, please?
Yes, please. My best friend and I used to do this thing where we would be like, oh no, we'd be like, okay, bye, give each other a hug and be like, we're stuck. It's sorry,
Mom, Dad.
Sorry. I mean, she either has to stay here or I have to go with them. So, and it worked.
Really?
50% of the time.
50? They probably thought it was so cute. They were like, okay, fine. That's cute. You guys are cute. You know, parents can be easily swayed, okay? If you do something that they think is either A, really cute, or B, both of our parents were
innovative
business, business people. So when it came to getting our first ever pet hamster, did I make a PowerPoint presentation when I was 9 years old? Yes, I did.
And did we use PowerPoint presentations to get many things after that once we realized that it worked?
Maddie's first cell phone?
Yes.
PowerPoint presentation. We knew our audience.
Do we think that would still work to this day? Because, I mean, I would be fine getting a new phone.
You're like, I'm just a 26-year-old kid, and I need you to give me a new phone.
This PowerPoint presentation
for Christmas.
What for Christmas? I did this by myself.
You know what's so funny though? I haven't used PowerPoint in so many years. I'm like, would I even know how to? Is that still a thing?
I can teach you the way. Yeah.
Okay.
In corporate America, yes, it is still a thing. We still use PowerPoint presentations.
I forget that you're still part-time corporate America.
Megan's like, do people even use PowerPoints anymore?
What's a PowerPoint presentation?
Megan's like, I've only ever used them to get hamsters and new shoes.
Back when I was in 3rd grade. So it's been a while since I've used them. But
why do we have PowerPoint on our computers?
I don't know, but I use Mom and Dad's computer to make that one, yeah.
Okay, that makes more
I'm glad that PowerPoint is still going strong, though. It's good to hear.
Amen. I'm glad they're still in business. Microsoft, you know. Been worried about them.
Small business. They're thriving. Love to see it.
Let's support small businesses.
Okay, so before we talk more about sleepovers, let's talk about something that gave us the warm fuzzies recently. I think we have a shared one. You coughing?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
You choking on is it the fuzz of the stuffed animals?
So, Megan said we didn't have to share this, but I would like to formally apologize for not having an episode last week. It was because I literally lost my voice for 3 days, and I'm still recovering.
Yeah, Maddie had nothing was coming out of her voice.
Nothing was coming out. The day we were supposed to record, I was like
thankfully,
I could not speak.
Thankfully, we were ahead by 1 week, though. Yes. Otherwise, it would have been 2 weeks out.
Yeah.
Because the week before Maddie lost her voice, I was out sick for a week.
You
so
guys,
between me getting sick,
Maddie was rough for the Fuzzy Pod.
She lost her voice, but we've recovered mostly and had some really awesome weekends.
Yeah. So it was a great transition, Megan, into our warm fuzzies.
Okay, warm fuzzies.
So I think this is probably a shared one I think that we had together because we do everything together.
We wear matching pajamas together.
We do all activities together. But we did a fall festival this weekend. So
yes.
Halloween just passed, but we're being our fall girlies, and we went to a cutie little fall festival, and it was just so wholesome. Just to set the scene, when we first drove up, we were like, this looks sketchy.
Yeah, yeah, literally. It was like, this is just someone's random land.
This is just someone's like farm.
They also put the words like Nashville in there, and it like wasn't in Nashville at all.
Yeah. So anyways, when we first drove up, we were like, we just spent like however much. Yeah. Just to like roll up on this like farm. Cool. But it was actually really fun. They had like a bunch of like those like old school like playground.
Yes, they had old school playground toys. Toys?
What do you call those? Like machines?
Machines of death, truly? Because one of them was
those,
the
like,
spinning ones where you hold on for dear life and then another kid like spins you around. They
literally
teeter
don't make those
totters
anymore.
or seesaws. And did we as grown adults use those? Yeah,
absolutely.
You bet we did. We were getting our $20 worth.
And it was wholesome. And we also did a corn maze and shot a short film in said corn maze.
I don't know how it happened.
We're still waiting on the second edit from Megan, but so TBD if you'll ever see it. But
oh my gosh, they had games set up with pumpkins, and it was just wholesome vibes. They had lots of photo ops.
Pumpkin games. I forgot. We played like bowling with like pumpkins. What else?
Oh yeah, they had all the fair games you could think of. They had a little setup where you could throw baseballs to try to knock down pumpkins off of like these little ledges they were on.
So
and
cute.
It was just super cute. And they had pumpkin bowling you mentioned, pumpkin tic-tac-toe.
Oh, yeah.
Pumpkin checkers, pumpkin everything. And we were just living our best pumpkin lives. They also had a sunflower field, which was really pretty to look at from a distance. Because I think at that point we were all tired and we were like, do we want to walk closer? I mean, at this point, I don't think we're going to get photos with them. We're good. They're beautiful. Let's appreciate them. Okay, bye.
There were some cute animals too, but we didn't get to pet the animals.
No, it cost extra to pet the animals, and we're like, we're cheap. Bye. I was like 4 animals too, so we're like, hello, goats. You're cute. Okay,
there was
bye.
a cute little baby goat though.
There was.
It was very cute.
It was the most wholesome fall vibes this weekend. And before that, the day before, we had a whole day of fall festivities as well. We had a pumpkin themed dinner with our friends.
So fun.
So every like dish had like pumpkin flavors to it. Maddie made the most amazing cookie. This has to be my favorite cookie, period, and favorite cookies for sure that you make. She makes these pumpkin snickerdoodle cookies.
They are really good, you guys.
Oh, no, they are so good. She's underselling them. I could have inhaled like 15 of those if they were available to me. They are so delicious. So we had that. We had pumpkin spice lattes and all the pumpkin things. And then we painted pumpkins. And it was just wholesome and made me realize that. I think all of us realized. Like, we need craft nights.
Yeah. Wait, are we having painting parties more?
Yeah. Definitely suggest doing craft nights with your friends, okay?
Also, Megan had these like little tiny like canvases that we were all like painting on as well while we were waiting for like our pumpkins to like dry in between coats. And it was just, I feel like we were all just zen.
Yes. We just had the music going. We're painting, drinking wine. I looked up at my friends and I was like, guys, we gotta do this. Yeah, this is fun. I like this. Craft night once a month. We rotate who's hosting.
Why not?
It's a good idea.
We should all learn how to crochet next.
Or
make rugs. The like tufting. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm just like, no, I think it's incredible. I'm just laughing. I'm like, we should have a crafting night. Maddie's like, let's go we got the painting down. Let's make rugs. Okay, guys.
Hear me out.
Hear me out.
Hear me out. It's simple. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. It's fine. It's fine. You hate it. It's fine.
No. Here's the thing, though. I don't know if y'all know this about Maddie. I was actually talking about this with Cooper last night after we left y'all's house. Maddie's the DIY queen, but she doesn't talk about it until you go to her house.
She always hypes me.
No, literally. Because I'll go to your house and I'll be looking at like a painting or something that's new. Or like you had cute Halloween decorations up. And I'm like, oh, where'd you get these? You're like, I made them. And I'm like, ma'am, you don't want to like share this in the group chat? This is amazing. Like you're just casually
I'm insecure.
She made a disco ball. She casually was like, I was like, the disco ball's cute. She's like, oh yeah, I made it. I'm like, you made it? What are you saying? What are you saying to me?
Craft night once a month. Making rugs. That's what I'm saying.
Maddie's craft level is above the average.
Oh, I do love a good craft. It really centers me.
Oh, wait. Okay, we gotta start talking about sleepovers. And did you ever do craft nights at sleepovers, though, is what I was just thinking of.
I feel like we probably did. Like, knowing our mom, she always had, like she literally had an entire craft room at one point where she just had, like,
All her stuff.
all the things. And so I'm pretty sure we did do, like, little crafts. I know I always, like we made, like, those bracelets, the friendship bracelets, the ones you, like the braiding ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, do you also remember, like I feel like we did an end of summer sleepover once where we all made T-shirts. We painted them.
Oh, yes. Oh my god, I just had memory unlocked. I don't know what they're called, but now we need to do these. Okay, do you remember you would get, like, little plastic, like basically, they were kinda like cookie cutters, but they had little, like how do I describe it? You would put these beads, like, on, like, a little outline thing, and then, like
Yes! The iron
it.
Yes,
Yeah,
and it would melt
and it would
them.
melt them.
And you'd have, like, a
The
little,
little
like
picture.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
What are
yes.
those called? I totally forgot about those, but we did those all the time.
I have no idea what they're called, but we're gonna figure it out, and we're gonna do that for next craft night.
Right? Serious? Once I figure out what it's called. But I think we can both agree that there was nothing quite as exciting as knowing that your weekend was going to be spent with your friends, eating junk food, watching movies, and staying up way too late.
Yes, let's go ahead and get into all of the sleepover rituals and must-haves. Okay, so there was some more, what's the word I'm looking for? Mischievous sides of sleepovers that existed. I don't know if you remember the classics, like whoever went to sleep first would have something happen to them, like maybe their face. They got something drawn on their face, which
Hand in the water.
hand in the water, because that was like a thing, right? People are like, if someone's asleep and you put their hand in warm water, they will pee their pants. Like, what was wrong with us?
This?
Why would we want someone to pee their pants? Literally. Or like,
did you
when
try
got
that?
a little, I'm sure I did.
I know
I
I
was
did.
a little
I know I did.
gremlin.
Yeah.
I was a gremlin, and I can admit that now.
Did you ever freeze any, like, bras?
That's what I was gonna say next. Why was that when we got a little older and everyone was like first wearing bras for the starting to wear bras like for the first time?
Training bras.
You would whoever fell asleep first, you would take their bra and put it in the freezer. Why? Like,
But
what does that
you
even do?
wet it first. You
Yeah.
put the water
That's
on it.
like a little less like that's not as harmful, doing that compared to like drawing on the face.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Like, I feel like that's kind of like, haha, like there's no point to it. Like, oh, you froze it, who cares? But
then what do? You have to wait for it to defrost.
I guess so. You're just like, you're like your mom picks you up and you're like, okay, bye. You're holding just like
it in a baggie.
yeah, melting bra. It's like, no, it's just still like
Oh my
crusted as one frozen
gosh.
piece.
That's hilarious. Did you ever do that to anyone? Or did that happen to you?
I'm
That
trying
you
to think
got
if
a
it's
bra
happened to
frozen?
me. I feel like I was around when it was happening to people. And I definitely drew on faces, but I was never brave enough to do it to anyone besides siblings. Sorry, sister.
Siblings, aka me.
My one sibling.
And my bestie.
Anytime we had like a dual sleepover,
Yeah.
where is that a dual? Yeah.
Like you and I.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes I feel like we were having sleepovers like with our best friends, like separately.
Yeah.
I feel like it was only like on special occasions when we have like a big sleepover with like both of our friends.
And we both had like sisters that we were friends with, where like one was my age and one was her age.
Yes. Or our
And
cousins.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was the same thing. That was really lucky, by the way.
I know. Literally, our cousins like are they first of all, for up until like a few years ago, they were our only like female cousins on that side. And they are both the same age as us.
Yeah.
Like, it's wild.
Also,
That's
you said
pretty
up
crazy.
until a few years ago. I was just, side note, the other female cousin that feels so like a baby to me is literally graduating high school.
We're old. Well, I guess now we have two. Now we have two.
Yeah, we do.
Female
We have a
cousins.
lot of-
But it was like not until we were like
Yeah,
older
yeah.
that
Yeah.
they were like
Around, totally.
So like growing up, like
Not
we were the
shock
only
you.
girls.
Yeah.
Wow, she really said you're crustier than you think.
No, I'm just reminding you that we're all in this together.
We're all in this together.
Yeah, we
Cry.
ate and we crust.
And
It's
we
all right.
dust.
We dust. You can't stop it.
All in this
Okay.
together. Crinkly hands in the hand. Okay, I don't know.
Speaking of High School Musical, do you remember having like High School Musical, like, movie watching night sleepovers.
Yes, and like Camp Rock. And we made t-shirts for the Camp Rock. I do remember. We literally had like a Camp Rock party. This is where you get it from. We did this growing up. That's why you like to host like parties and stuff like that. Because we literally would do that growing up. Mom would.
Yeah.
Wow. Full circle.
Dude, I feel like a sleepover around an event was like a whole other thing compared to like a casual like weekend with your friend.
Yes.
Having a sleepover around an event was, I mean, it makes me want to do that more often as an adult.
I was literally about to say, I feel like we've been doing that lately.
Kind of though, yeah.
Kind of.
We literally had plans the other day for everyone to spend the night at our house. And then I think it just like ended up not working out. But I was like, dude, I'm so down. Like, let's have an event. Let's watch movies all night.
Like, let's stay up all night. Because we can.
But like planning a sleepover around something like, I don't know, like we said, Camp Rock, High School Musical, or do you even remember like when American Idol was at its peak?
Yes.
Now, usually that was like on a Tuesday night. So I don't know if we'd have every once in a while you'd get away with convincing your parents to have a sleepover on a school night.
On a school night.
If your friends were in the same school as you or school district, even like, yeah, I feel like those were the best.
Oh, so good.
Even though you'd be like going to bed still kind of early, but
it was so fun.
Our mom would always come in and check on us and be like, better be sleeping.
The giggles of like,
yeah. Oh my gosh, if I was in elementary school, like getting to have a sleepover on a school night.
So fun.
That's when she was checking on us. I feel like not so much like in high school. She's like, whatever.
Yeah, in high school, she's like, go to bed.
Yeah. There was one time I like vividly remember I was in 3rd grade. One of my besties was sleeping over and we could not stop giggling.
Oh,
and like mom knew we had school the next day. So she separated us.
Oh. Wait, wasn't that traumatizing for your friend?
And that's what I was yes. And my friend to this day is still traumatized.
And literally a full-grown adult now. Like,
and I'm like, no, I get that. Like, especially if it's like you're younger and it's like when you're like, you know, 8 or 9 years old, like, and you're going to sleep over at a friend's house, like they're your only rock, really.
Yes.
Like the parents are kind of like these authority figures that you're also
like scared of.
Yes!
Yeah, like you're legit scared. You're like, I can't ask anything. I can't say. Well, maybe that was just us because we were all like shy.
No, I do feel like talking to other people, they kind of like felt like that too because you were stepping into a new home with like a new set of rules.
Yes.
That could be different than your family's. And so you had to like navigate like this family's culture, so to speak.
But you're like trying to figure it out like as you go.
Yes. Because we talked about this with friends recently because they were saying they had like friends' parents growing up when they'd go to their house. They'd be like the kind of parents that are like, you don't leave the table to eat all your greens.
Yes, yeah. We're also talking about like different like dinner times too, because like our family always ate super late, but I had like a few friends who like their families ate like 5:30 every single night. Like
that was
their
routine.
Eating.
Yeah.
And I like was not hungry. I was like,
you're like, wait. And then you say your stomach would be like growling by the time you go to bed because your body's like, wait, we had dinner 3 hours too early.
We didn't have dinner. We didn't eat enough.
Or not 3 hours too early. It's a bit dramatic, but you know.
I feel like we kind of have talked about a lot at this point.
I know.
I feel like what's like interesting about like obviously we're siblings and I feel like most topics that we talk about like is very like shared experience. But with like sleepovers, like you're 4 years older than me. So I was yeah. So I feel like we didn't often, besides like our parties, like we didn't often like have like sleepovers together necessarily. So like what were some of like your traditions like with your besties? Like snacks or like what activities would you guys do? Like what were like the must-haves?
The must-haves. Okay. So the must-haves included Domino's pizza.
That's a good one.
Specifically Domino's pizza. I don't know what about it.
Domino's.
Their crust is
I still
so
stand
good.
by that though.
It's still so good. I had it recently.
Yeah, you did have it recently.
We kind of had like a late night stream the other day and we were like, Domino's? And it hits. Let me tell you. It hits.
I haven't had Domino's in so long, but I believe you.
It is, to me, the best chain.
I would agree with that though.
Like the best chain.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, there's some local spots that are better and things like that. But like as far as like global chains go, Domino's.
Domino's is it. I agree.
Another snack that I think is so funny is we would buy those frozen like margarita or pina colada mixes.
Oh my gosh, yes.
But like we weren't adding any alcohol to them. So we were just drinking like sugar slush. just slushies. And it was
Those
just
still slap, I swear.
you just add some ice to it, maybe a little water, and blend it up. And we were
some
like,
pina coladas.
we're adults. We have pina coladas and Domino's pizza. We're living the life.
Wait, that sounds so good. Like now.
And then as I got a little older, some of the things that we did for fun I was like around when photo booth was like first coming like up on the scene.
Yeah.
So up on the scene, but like having photo booth like photo sessions
that on your family's new
no, literally
picture it.
You just like take hundreds of photos on their like on their computer. That was like such a
different
thing, playing with all the
filters.
filters. Dude, it was like such a thing, and it was so fun.
Yeah.
We also would use the photo booth to make little videos.
Music videos.
Yes, you had to. When like we would use the family like camera, we used to have this USB camera. It was like called like a flip or something because you could just like literally flip something and the USB popped out and you could plug it directly into your computer to drop the footage. So we would make like lip sync music videos. I mean, just think like early like YouTube, like the types of things that were being uploaded. It was giving like, I mean, because it was like just like homemade like sketches where you're like laughing in the background, which is kind of funny because I think that's such a period of time where like everyone like, I don't say not everyone, but a lot of people experience that, like creating things like that with their friends.
Yes.
And now it's so much easier to do that, like with everyone having a phone.
Yeah.
So I feel like on TikTok, I'll sometimes see like videos that have that same kind of feeling.
Yeah.
Or people like friends are giggling in the background and it's like
our corn maze video that Megan has yet to release.
Our corn maze
that she's withholding.
I need to finish some edits. But it's like, you know, like as you're recording, it's like you're like giggling in the background or you can hear your friend being like, okay, go.
Yeah.
You know?
And action.
And like I love that, like that kind of aesthetic, so to speak, is like kind of coming back into some like short form content that we see today as well.
So fun, yeah.
And so I mean that was like we spent hours doing that.
Yeah.
Hours. And then one like I'll say edgier thing. I don't think it was edgy, but I don't know if you were familiar with like Omegle at all. Omegle is still around.
It is still around.
So Omegle is a chat site where it basically just randomizes like who it puts you into a chat room with. You can put like things you have like common interest in, but it still doesn't guarantee like anything. And I believe at the time we could put like, right? Like there was a lot of high schoolers using it. But I was like so afraid because if you don't know about Omegle, I mean, like I said, you're being put into a random chat room with somebody. So many peepees. So many peepees.
That's why I never did it.
And so I never did. No, so I would do it, but I avoided the peepees by my friend who wanted to go on Omegle. I would be like, okay, I'm going to stand on the other side of the computer until you find someone our age. And so she would just be scanning through and be like, next, yeah, yep, next, okay, bye, next. And then there'd be like some kid our age who'd be like, hey, you like Pokemon? No, I don't know, but whatever.
Oh my gosh. Wait, so did you ever actually like talk to like normal like kids your age?
Yeah, sometimes.
Did you ever make friends?
Not not actually. You would just talk for a second and then someone would.
Terrified.
I feel like people would be like mean and then you'd be like, okay, bye, whatever. And then you'd log off. But that was like probably like because your girl was very, I mean, I played by the rules, you know. I didn't really like, I wasn't edgy as a kid at all. So that was my like quote unquote edgy thing to do.
I mean, that's way edgier than me.
I was go on Omegle with my friends. And that was like definitely a sleepover tradition here and there. Just to like, we didn't do it too often, but yeah.
That terrifies me.
It terrifies me to this day. I'm like, I would never do that now. But in theory, it's like, you know, it's like, oh, you can meet someone with a common interest that you could talk to about it. But I don't know.
But men exist. Men. And for the most part, they ruin those types of things, right?
Yeah. Hey, you'd be surprised. Sometimes it was women too on there. And I'm like, ma'am, what are you doing? We expect this from the men. Let's do better.
Do better. You just like talk to that one and you're like, please, ma'am, do better.
Do better.
She just starts crying.
You better. Like, there's children on here, please. I don't know if we were supposed to be either.
Oh yeah, I bet.
I wonder if there has to be an age limit, right?
Yeah,
it has to be 18 plus.
It has to be. There's no way.
And then dance parties.
Oh,
even
yeah,
if it was
always.
just the two of you, you would like blast the music in your room and just
dance parties for sure. Yeah, that was on my list too.
So good.
Yeah.
I'll let you know if anything else comes to mind, but those were some of the highlights.
Those were some good ones
of my sleepovers growing up.
Wow, I feel like I learned so much about you. The Omegle was really eye-opening.
When I say I did it, like I probably did it like 3 times.
I feel like I don't even know you.
What about you? I feel if I think of anything else, I'll let you know.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, definitely the dance parties was like top of my list. I feel like we were always having dance parties, and like particularly me and my best friend growing up. Well, she's still my best friend, but we're still besties. Yeah, so with the dance parties, we would always like dance. Like this is so dumb, but we'd find like a blank wall. And then we'd like have like try to find like a light that was like coming in so that we could dance with our shadows.
Wait, that's so wholesome.
So while you were doing Omegle
3 times, maybe.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, we just thought it was so funny. I don't know why. Like literally, like we were not like 2. Like we were.
You're like, we were 13.
We were.
You're like, there's more people here. Look at the shadows.
Look.
You know what though?
I'm crying.
Do you remember that for some reason when we were like young, like grade school, like where I was, so you would have been like in kindergarten, we had a strobe light. Like our family owned a strobe light.
Like a legit strobe light, you guys. Like
I had a friend have to go home from the sleepover one time because of an injury.
Wasn't this the same friend that got traumatized by being split up?
You can't really judge like your perception's really off when it's going. And for some reason, I don't know why, we had it in my room, and
we were
my
having a
friend
dance party. Yeah,
ran into a dresser. Actually, that exact dresser.
It's in this room.
I still have it from childhood.
There's still blood on. No, just kidding.
So she didn't realize how close she was, and she ran right into it and bonked her nose. Oh my gosh.
That was really sad. I felt really bad.
Did you ever use the strobe light at your dance parties?
No, we didn't.
Family strobe light?
No, we only used it like at our house. I don't know why we had that. Also, I'm surprised Mom and Dad let us use it.
No, now I'm like, what kind of parties are Mom and Dad having? They're having dance parties too.
Yikes. I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, that was so fun. I forgot about that. Also, some staples were like every time we would have a sleepover, first stop had to be the grocery store because we had to get root beer and like sour Skittles.
Oh.
As well as
love sour Skittles.
The new edition of like M Magazine or J14.
Oh, they're so good.
Because we had to see will our crush ever like us back? You know? Or what kind of shoes should I wear? I don't know what the quizzes were.
It was the free posters for me.
Oh, and the posters. Oh my gosh.
All of my Jonas Brothers posters came from magazines like that because they would just be included. You could just rip them out and put them on your wall.
Yes. Oh my gosh. The posters though, they were everything.
And they used to have like who wore it best, which is so funny because I feel like that kind of stuff, like obviously you would see it in magazines all the time. But the fact that these magazines that were like geared towards like 13 and younger was already like got you comparing like
how dare they, honestly. That was always a part of like sleepovers is hitting up the grocery store, getting your snacks and getting the magazines.
When's the last time you got a physical magazine?
I've actually been thinking about this lately. It has been so long and I feel like I want to get back into like getting magazines, especially like fashion magazines.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Catch me getting magazines.
There's something about having like a physical magazine. It's satisfying.
But also I feel like the last time I got a magazine, I was like, there's so many like advertisements.
Oh, interesting. So you're like, how much of this is actually like
but then I was like, I'm sure it's always been like this, but it just seems like excessive. And I was like, okay.
Well, do you at least get like a little free perfume tester in any of them?
Oh yeah, a little paper perfume.
Yeah, you know.
Trying to rub it on your skin.
Yeah, like
it smells like paper, but like lightly scented. And glue. Like
yeah, mostly smells like glue, honestly.
Yeah.
It smells nothing like the perfume.
Oh, I'm crying. Do they still make those?
I feel like maybe they do. I kind of want to know. I want to go buy a magazine.
Are we going to go buy magazines after this?
To see if they still advertise those.
The other thing that we would do, maybe not every sleepover, but most sleepovers would be hitting up like Blockbuster or, I mean, depending on the fam, some were Hollywood movies. You remember that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, yes.
We were a Blockbuster family, but
Hollywood movies.
my best friends were Hollywood movies people, okay?
Was it, what was the difference?
They were just different.
The aesthetic was so different.
It just felt so different.
It did.
Blockbuster felt like brighter, and Hollywood movie always felt like depressing.
Yeah, I feel like edgier.
Yeah, it was the edgy movie store.
I don't even know. There was a Hollywood movie, though, that was like massive.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
It was like on the corner of this one strip center. Like, I'm like glad you know what I'm talking about because I do not remember the street name. And I just remember like walking in there, and I swear as a kid, it felt like the movie, like
16 stories.
Yeah, it felt like the cases of movies, the shelves of movies were like 3 stories high, I swear.
Absolutely. But yeah, so definitely hitting up a Blockbuster and...
What were some of your like go-to types of movies? I mean...
probably like DreamWorks films.
Yeah.
And Disney. Like
Mary-Kate and Ashley?
Mary-Kate and Ashley, yeah. So one of my best friends growing up, I used to always make fun of her because she'd be like, we're going to watch 3 movies tonight. And by like 30 minutes into the first one, she was like out. So I would like watch all the movies.
Sounds like me.
Which totally is me now.
Yeah,
like, I'd be like, we're gonna watch 16 movies tonight. Like,
I got my root beer, I got the Skittles, let's go.
But I'd always be like, well, I guess I'm just gonna watch these by myself.
Okay, wait.
Which is honestly me now, though. So I can't even.
I was gonna ask, what's the most iconic Mary-Kate and Ashley movie to you? Because Mary-Kate and Ashley movies, I feel like were a huge. Oh, that's just it. That's just it, huh? I'm trying to think what my answer was gonna be. It's New York Minute.
New York Minute. I feel like I have a hard time counting that though because I'm like it feels like it was so much later than like their peak. But like I love New York Minute. Like such a good movie.
Also, Holiday in the Sun.
Yeah, you
Megan
loved Holiday in the Sun. That one was really good.
I feel like I watched that one a lot. But I remember there was a certain point where I realized like I wasn't too old for it, but I was realizing how bratty their characters were.
Yeah, so like, I don't want to go there. What was it? I want to go to the Bahamas.
Their parents surprised them with a trip to the Bahamas.
They're getting on a private jet too, and
I think they had like Krispy Kreme donuts like hot and ready waiting for them. This is just my memory. I could be totally wrong. This is how it plays out though in my head, in my memories of how this scene went. They're like getting on this private plane. Yeah, their parents are surprising them. They've got donuts, and they're like, "Guess what, kids? We're going to the Bahamas." Literally, they go, "Oh, I wanted to go to Hawaii."
Literally. I'm like,
what is this movie?
What is happening?
Also, that was just one big advertisement for Atlantis in the Bahamas. And let me tell you, it worked. I fantasize about that place.
Listen now.
For my use Mary-Kate and Ashley. I bet it could still work.
It would still work, honestly.
Or
what was?
Hire us to go to any location you want to. And
yes, and we will talk about it on the Fuzzy Pod. But we will just like casually bring it up so people like subconsciously, you know.
In the same way that Mary-Kate and Ashley did for us,
Yeah. I feel like I've talked about this one on the pod before, but another one that always will stick out in my brain that I'm like, I thought this was like the best movie ever was The Challenge. Mary-Kate and Ashley. I've talked about this.
Yes,
I've talked about this
and I can't remember how it goes at all, so we'll have to rewatch it.
It's basically like Survivor. It was so good. It was everything to me.
Okay, this just tells me that we need future episodes
about Mary-Kate
and Ashley movies.
I think we could make that a series. Like, watch it. I mean, we already kind of do that series. Like a movie.
The movies that raised us.
Yeah. But we definitely should because you need to watch that movie. Yeah.
Mary-Kate and Ashley also had a specific sleepover movie. Do you remember that? Like when they were little. Like,
yes. Yes. Was that the one where they sang like the "Come as you are,
express yourself any way you choose"? Oh, why did we remember? We probably watched that thing on repeat.
I'm crying. It just all came flooding back. Oh my gosh.
That was their "Come as you are" party they had.
Yes.
Where no matter if you get the call, you got to show up. Which they were like, I like how they were like 8 years old throwing a party.
Oh my gosh.
No parents to be seen.
Yeah. Where were their parents during those? We don't know.
We don't know.
Using their children to make money. Did I say that? Oh my gosh. Okay, so lastly, this isn't necessarily like a must-have, but I had like going to your Omegle, how that was like your bad,
Yeah.
rebel moment. Mine was, I think we maybe did something like this twice, but I like snuck out to walk from the neighborhood. There was like a corner store just like outside of my best friend's neighborhood. And so we like snuck out. Mind you, it was broad daylight. Like, that's what's so funny to me. Is like, it literally was in the middle of the day.
You could just walk to the front door and they'd be like, where are you going?
But we were like, ooh, we're going to sneak.
You just wanted to feel something.
We just wanted to feel something.
You just wanted to feel a rush.
And so we like snuck out her like window.
Was she on the first floor?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we like,
I was gonna
did
say,
the screen. You know how like you have to get the screen off? And we like felt so bad. And then we went and got ices and came back.
Did they know?
I'm pretty sure they knew that we left.
They were just laughing at you.
We also used to buy like those like candy cigarettes, the fake ones. And we'd sit on the front driveway and pretend. I can't believe I'm sharing this. And pretend to smoke and like talk about like junior high tea.
That is incredible.
Why do I want to do that now?
I love that so much. You're like, you know what? We don't really want to take up the habit, but we can pretend.
Wait, the way that I totally vibe with that now, though.
Oh, and it's wintertime. It's cold enough that when you blow in the air, you'll get a little smoke for effect.
Exactly, you get it.
No, trust me. We went to Paris this summer just for a couple of days, and when we were there, like everyone was like smoking.
I would love to smoke for the aesthetic. I really would.
Everyone there looks so cool smoking.
Yeah.
Cooper and I left, and we were like, "Do we take up smoke? No."
If I didn't have like asthma and I wasn't dying right now.
I know. Wasn't just like not great for you at all.
Like, can we make smoking healthy somehow?
Yeah.
It looks so
like
cool.
every time you breathe it in, it's just vitamins. Like
yeah.
Vitamins. But you swallow. You'd have to swallow it at that point. Then like,
but that's what's bad, right?
Yeah.
I wish smoking wasn't bad for you.
It looks so cool.
I think we can all agree that it does look cool.
If you're saying it doesn't look cool,
like in the right context, right? Like I feel like that's what you're like we're saying too. Like in Paris, for some reason, it just feels like the vibe.
Oh, and it feels like everyone's style is just a notch above.
Yeah,
and so everyone looks so stylish, and
you're like it's
cool,
gotta be the cigarettes.
And they're just like it feels so casual. It's gotta be the cigarettes, and it's like whatever's in their cigarettes too feels like it's like more clovey smelling.
Yeah, I think it is different.
It's like not the same kind of mixture. It doesn't sting my nose as much. It's
Yeah.
almost semi-pleasant. It's not unpleasant.
Catch us moving to Paris and taking up smoking.
But next pod. So basically,
it's the fuzzy pod. You get it. We can't do this again. It always comes up. It's always relevant.
I know no French, clearly.
Merci.
I love that you shared that though, because I think we all did that as kids at some point.
We pretended to smoke.
Oh, 100%. I say as kids, I have a running bit that I do in front of people and on our stream where like I'll have a smoking character every once in a while.
I love that for
I'll
you.
be like,
so you need to get candy cigarettes.
it's a little Roz from Monsters Inc. But
yeah, it makes sense. It has to be. I think what I've learned is that we're gonna buy candy cigarettes, and when either one of us needs to like vent about something, we'll just meet out in the driveway and have a little smoke.
Have a smoke. Here's a pack. I got a pack of them. These are gum, shaped like cigarettes. Good luck.
Wait, I need to find these. They literally are like chalk. They're so gross.
I know exactly what you're talking about. You can get them from like candy stores that carry like old school candies.
Yes.
Or just like really big candy chains. I feel like still carry them. I swear they're called Lucky or something like that.
I was literally typing in Lucky.
They look like a fake cigarette box, which is kind of funny when you think about the fact that these were marketed towards kids and they look like cigarettes. Maddie's like, I'm ordering some fake cigarettes right now.
No shot. Catch me ordering these. The company's called World Confections Candy.
And they
make these ones. That was my favorite pack to get.
Yes.
Everyone has their brand, right?
Yeah.
So this candy company makes like they made 4 different like packs of cigarettes. And my brand was the Lucky Lights.
She said, I like the Lucky Lights, man. That's what got me through.
That's what got me
junior
through.
high.
For real, though.
Oh my
Wow, I
gosh.
was so wholesome. Why was I so wholesome?
Because there was kids actually smoking.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm thinking. They were like doing real drugs.
And you're out here with your fake Lucky Lights.
Oh my gosh, why did I have such an obsession with smoking though? Like it makes sense because like to this day I still like I told Ted that like I thought it'd be so cool if we did like a photo shoot because like we said, like sometimes it can look cool, like the aesthetic if you make it vibey and stuff like that.
Well, you can buy fake ones too for photo shoots and like for film and things like that.
And I wanted to do that. And I was like, I think that would be so cool.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to actually smoke them because they were supposed to be disgusting. But just unlocked another memory that has nothing to do with sleepovers, but it has to do with cigarettes.
This is now an episode
Mom
about
and Dad
cigarettes.
Had like a costume party that they went to, or it was like the 20s or something like that. So they had bought fake cigarettes like at a costume. You remember these?
Yes.
At a costume store that like actually like they look
it would like puff out like fake smoke at the end.
Yes, and it like it looked like fire, like like that it was like red and
like it looked like it was actually
crackling.
Lit.
Yeah. And I was obsessed with those. I literally would play with them all the time. Why am I obsessed with smoking?
Well, I feel like we had a lot of grandparents that did.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we
like,
did.
There's literally a photo of me sitting with my mom's mom, and we're sitting in matching chairs. Mine's just like a tinier version, and I'm doing the same pose as her. She's got her legs crossed and a cigarette in one hand.
Cute.
And I'm doing the same pose, but without a cigarette, and I'm just like...
We were bred to smoke. This was it. This was
oh my gosh, you found them. That's so funny. She's ordering those too.
Touch me ordering these. Wait, you want one too?
There's one more thing that comes to mind with sleepovers, and that is the classic prank calling your crush. I don't know if you ever did this.
Absolutely.
Either prank calling or doing the fake, like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to call you.
I accidentally called you.
Please! Why? Like, oops. But if you want to talk, hello, hi. I'm like, oh, that was my little sister. Doesn't even... You say that, doesn't even have a little sister.
Oh my God, it's so embarrassing.
She got my phone and she called you. What? But prank calls were so big, and I thought it would be funny, only to me. We'll see if it's actually funny. If I prank called my crush. Now, here's the thing.
We don't have Nick Jonas's phone number.
We don't.
The second best thing
is my husband, Cooper. Hold on.
Wait, hang on.
I'm gonna look up classic prank calls. I know the refrigerator running. Oh my gosh, why am I nervous?
You should be. What if he likes you back?
What if he likes
Oh, okay,
me?
this is perfect. 17 magazine.
Okay.
Let's see what they have to say.
Okay, 17 magazine has some, we're like whispering.
Scorned lover.
One says, hey, can I call you back? I'm really busy.
I know, I saw that too.
Okay, so we figured out how to hide my caller ID. Step 1. Step 2, what are we going to say when I call my crush? I can either pretend that he's won tickets to something. I can do
a radio host voice.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Hello. Today I am conducting a random survey.
You sound like a robot. Immediately hang up.
Hello?
Is your refrigerator running?
Why are you calling me?
Is your refrigerator running?
Yes, my refrigerator is running.
Well, then you better go catch it.
This is for the podcast.
I panicked. I was going to do another thing, and then I panicked.
This is for the podcast.
No? Yes?
Man, boy, did I just get pranked by the fuzzy pod.
Can you go out and get us a pack of candy smokes, please?
Okay. Did it work? Are you crushing on me?
I'm so crushing right now.
Do you have a crush on her? Yes or no?
Guys, stop it.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Well, she really panicked, you guys. She really went with, is your refrigerator running? We did so many rehearsals. We had so many other ideas.
Oh, I'm crying. Why did I actually get nervous when he answered?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, I literally panicked and forgot what I was going to do.
Maybe we should have written a script for you.
Anyways, that was actually pretty realistic.
Yeah.
Of what it was like calling your crush, except they wouldn't be like, "Is that you? What are you doing? Shut up."
Literally was like, why are you calling me?
I'm crying.
Now that we did a classic prank call, I think we should do a couple of quick games.
Yes. So one of the most popular sleepover games, and not just at sleepovers, I mean, anytime you had some free time at school even, you would play a classic game of MASH. Now, what is MASH? Well, MASH, we thought was predicting our future, where we would live, who we would marry,
how many kids, what kind of car we drive in,
what our career would be,
how much money we making.
Let's just say the predictions weren't very accurate, but we still had a good time laughing about what our potential futures could be as kids. So we thought it'd be fun to play a classic round of MASH, each of us. Maddie, would you like to go first? I can be the one to write everything down.
Perfect.
So if you don't know.
So what categories are we going to do?
Well, first of all, MASH itself stands for
mansion,
apartment, shack, house.
house.
And these are the potential locations that you
Not
could
the
be living.
shack.
Not the shack. Honestly, a shack
Honestly, what
is,
we can afford in this economy.
I know. I'm like, you mean the studio apartment in LA that costs $3,000? It's a pretty expensive shack, okay? Okay.
Crying.
Let's start with husband.
Okay.
Wrong answers only.
Josh Hutcherson.
Ooh. Who's having a resurgence, but really he's never left our hearts.
He's never left my heart. We got to do one of the Jonas Brothers. All the Jonas Brothers?
Okay. All the the three Jonases.
The three Jonas. Yeah, do the three. Let's calm down. Let's just do the three.
Jonas Brothers. Okay.
Todd Michael Murray.
Oh, wild card. Early 2000s. You're going to do that every time?
Yeah, every time. You're putting me on the spot.
I can help you come up with some husband.
Zac Efron.
Yes.
He was like always at the top of my list. Let's just be honest.
What kind of car were you hoping to drive?
Ooh, a Volkswagen, like Beetle, like Bug,
yes.
but convertible. I feel like we always did like minivan.
Yeah, you had to have just a wild card in there.
And I'll be the dream.
The Oscar Mayer Wiener car. Like literally drive a hot dog. You want a hot dog? I'll put a hot dog in there.
Hot dog. I drive a hot dog.
Hot dog car.
Ooh, you know what would be like a real kicker for me? Like I'll just walk is like if I had to drive a Prius.
At least it's efficient. And basically, like any Prius I interacted with
was a jerk.
Yes.
On the road.
In California was a jerk.
Yeah.
And now we're in Tennessee and it's all the big trucks. Like big truck in Tennessee is the equivalent of Prius in LA. And I don't know how to describe it because they're very different people. But on the road, they're the same people.
But honestly, in Tennessee, it could be anybody.
Maybe you could change that with your career.
Yeah, for real. Mall cop. News anchor.
Small farm owner.
Oh,
like when I say small farm, I mean all the animals are miniatures.
Small.
Yeah.
That is my dream.
Farm.
That is my true dream.
Fashion designer.
Yeah, sure.
That always felt like a classic. All right, and final category, Maddie. How many kids?
We have to do money too.
Are you going to have?
I'm trying to manifest that right now. So
can you add money to your list?
Yeah, add money.
Okay.
After the kids. 6.
Okay.
0, 14, 1.
What if I
do two?
And you want another category added?
Yeah.
Okay.
Special request.
Okay, special request from Maddie. Money. They're all bills. Here's where the special sauce comes in.
Should we do pets? Last one.
Okay, pet.
Bird, because that would be my worst nightmare.
Bird, okay.
Let's do one of those mini Highland cows, a dog, and then a cat. Because that would kill me.
Please. All right, we have your categories. We have husband, car, career, kids, money, and pet. Now, this was the secret to MASH, okay? Ignore my handwriting. You're going to take your pen, and I'm going to start drawing.
Okay, I can't look, though.
I'm going to start drawing like not a circle, a spiral here.
Yeah, spiral.
And Maddie's going to tell me when to stop making a spiral. And go.
Stop.
And then we count the lines. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Did we count that one? I don't think so. You think so?
Yeah,
4, 5, 6. Every time we land on the 6, we cross that one out. So here we go. I'm going to tell you your fate. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The Jonas Brothers.
The Jonas Brothers are out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No Prius. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0 kids is out.
that one stings.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No Beetle convertible.
Oh, that's sad. I'm going to get hot dog car.
You are not going to be a fashion designer.
Oh, you know what? I might get minivan, though, because I might have 16 kids.
The 2 kids is out, leaving 6 or 14.
Why'd I do that?
But you're not going to have a cat, so you'll live for longer.
So I'll live for longer.
You won't have the thing you're allergic to most. You will be making $100 million.
Hell yeah!
And this is just science, okay?
Okay, and this the
is
scientists say.
All right. Are you ready to hear all of them?
Yeah.
All right. So according to your MASH results, you will live in a house with Zac Efron. You will drive a minivan. You will be a miniature farm owner. You'll have 6 kids, $100 million, and a pet bird. Honestly?
You know what, though? I have other animals, though, because I'm a miniature pet
Yeah.
farmer.
Miniature
Zach
farm owner.
takes care of the bird.
It's his bird.
It's his bird. I let him have it because I love him.
Okay, do me.
That was good.
Could I steal your answer of all 3 of the Jonas Brothers? I think it's really funny.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do Pedro Pascal.
Pedro P.
Let's do.
I should have done Nick Cage.
You can put that for mine. I feel like your friend would always get to pick one, too. Because they would be the one to throw a wild card in there.
Yeah, for sure.
That's more realistic, honestly. More realistic.
That's going to get us more accurate results.
Literally, have you ever seen that clip of Billy on the Streets where he's like, "Miss, for $1, name a woman." And like no one can think of anyone?
Yes.
That's what's happening to my brain right now.
Exactly. You get it now. You were mocking me.
Let's go with classic. Let's do Ryan Gosling.
Car.
Pink Jeep. She's very specific.
She's halfway there.
Let's do a K car. Like a K van.
I feel like you only have good ones, like things that you want.
Okay, then give me a weird one.
Cement truck.
Okay, thank you.
Career. I feel like I could see you as like a taxi cab driver.
Why did I think you were going to say a tax attorney?
No, I could not see that.
Neither could I. Taxi cab driver, barista, fashion designer.
Gotta have it in there.
Pop star was also classic.
Okay, kids.
Okay, let's start with 0. And then let's say 2.
72.
72? 72?
Not gonna
She
lie.
says all naturally birthed.
Yeah, all
Ma'am,
natural births.
That means like I'm going to have like
maybe
8
you'll
of them at
have
a
like
time.
8 at a time for sure. That's the only way.
Please.
Okay, last 2 categories are gonna be money and pet.
Okay.
You just want to do the same for money?
Yeah, that's great.
I like to manifest the same thing for you.
Thank you.
100 mil. I mean, honestly, if we both get 100 mil, that means the fuzzy pod's gonna pop off.
This is science again.
This is science. Okay, pets.
Miniature goats. In the farm territory, let's do silky chickens.
Oh, I love those.
Axolotl. Okay, and then for the wild card pet, let's put.
I feel like the axolotl is a wild card pet.
I was thinking something like I don't like. If you want like a tarantula.
I guess what to say, a spider.
It is time. It is time to make that spiral. Here we go.
Close your eyes.
Okay, my eyes are closed.
Make a wish.
Okay.
All right, starting in
$100
3,
million.
2, 1.
Stop.
7.
7. Only one more than you. All right. Get to counting, Maddie.
Oh, pop off, queen. We have your accommodations. 1, 2.
Tell me. Okay.
Okay.
Tell me. What's my future?
Megan's future is you will live in a mansion.
Okay.
And that is to accommodate you and your 3 husbands, Joe, Nick, and Kevin.
Look at me.
I'm jealous. You guys will drive a cement truck.
Okay.
You will be a fashion designer, though.
You know, I saw a pink cement truck the other day, by the way, and it was cute, so I can work with this.
You will be a fashion designer.
Okay, it's fun. Pop off. Okay.
And have 72 kids.
That only makes sense with 3 husbands. I guess I'm providing.
And you're basically just like the queen bee
The queen bee.
in the hive, producing
Multiple heirs.
the heirs to the throne.
The brother's throne.
You will make 10 million a year.
Okay, love it.
Which honestly, with all these side brands and things the Jonas Brothers got going on, you should be making more. So someone's telling me that they're not sharing their money. But the fuzzy pod must be doing okay. And then you will have an axolotl.
That's so cute. Wait,
Yeah.
I can work with this. I can figure out the 72 children.
The 72 kids is a bit much, but you do have 3 husbands.
So
what we learned is that Joe is just a stellar father, father of the year. So the kids are always with him. So
I'm screaming.
Feel good about our futures.
Well, thanks for joining us for a Fuzzy Pod episode all about sleepovers. We hope that this episode was nostalgic for you as well. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to leave us a 5-star rating and review. And don't forget to comment, like this video, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.